Some may not know that the mental health issues amongst the elderly are on the rise, with loneliness and depression affecting millions. These challenges can significantly impact their quality of life. In 2023, the National Poll on Healthy Aging stated that 34% of adults ages 50 to 80 years old have reported feeling lonely or isolated within the past 2 years. However, there's a heartwarming solution: animal companions. Pets offer unconditional love, companionship, and give an overall sense of purpose. By incorporating animal companions into the lives of seniors, we not only combat isolation, but also promote joy in living. Welcome to Golden Paws, companionship that shines. Hi, I'm Christine, the CEO.
Hi, my name is Dirty, I'm the CMO.
Hi, I'm Mia, I'm the CTO.
Hi, I'm Mona, I'm the CFO.
Hi, I'm Kendra, and I'm the secretary.
So our problem is that many senior citizens become lonely or isolated, possibly due to no visiting family, not being able to self-provide, or even loss of mobility. These challenges cause such an impact on both their mental and physical health, giving them little to no hope to self-improve.
Our solution is a service bringing trained, loving pets to senior homes to provide meaningful and personalized visits that will offer companionship and brighten their day. Pets help reduce stress, increase happiness, and improve overall well-being. With incorporating Golden Paws into your loved one's life, we ensure that every interaction is as stress-free as possible and that every senior feels loved and connected one visit at a time, because no one should have to feel alone. Now, here are our closest competitors. On your far right-hand side, we have Pets for the Elderly, which is an adoption service specialized for the elderly. However, they don't have trained dogs to ensure that no harm is put into way for our elderly. In the middle, we have Alliance of Therapy Pets, which is similar to Golden Paws with their pet visits that are trained. However, their target audiences are young children and schools. Adding on to that, we at Golden Paws focus on the elderly due to the fact that almost 50% of them suffer with loneliness or depression, affecting millions of people in our society. Here at Golden Paws, we're not only for companionship, but we also plan to improve both the physical and mental well-being of our fellow senior citizens.
For our customer segment, we have John, who is in mid or early 40s, and for his job, he's an activity director or activity manager at a senior care facility, and his job is to plan or implement activities for the seniors. For our customer relationship, we'll be reaching out through either Facebook, Instagram, and using YouTube as well. For our Get Keeping Grow, we are getting our customers by offering a one-time free trial and keeping our customers by posting Instagram reviews every week. And by growing our customers, we'll either do mere greets or we'll be sending out weekly newsletters.
And this is our ad. In our first part of our ad, we'll be discussing how seniors deal with isolation and depression in senior homes. In our second part of our ad, we'll be discussing our service and how our dogs could help them overcome those feelings that they're dealing with.
In the U.S., 34% of adults ages 50 to 80 years old reported feeling isolated, with loneliness and depression affecting millions. Experience our heartwarming solution: animal companionship. Golden Paws is a pet companionship service that transports well-trained pets to senior care facilities to relieve the loneliness of residents and offer them companionship. We are Golden Paws, companionship that shines. Scan the QR code to book now.
After customers click our ad, they will be taken to a page, our landing page, where they will be able to scroll through a list of dogs that they can choose from. Once they've chosen the dog that fits their interest, they will then fill out a form where they can put their name and email, and then we'll follow up with them later on.
So this is our vision, mission, value statement. Our vision is to provide joy and companionship into the lives of seniors. Our mission is to strive to enrich the lives of seniors by bringing them social and emotional joy and companionship. And our value is the power of kindness, connection, and emotional support through loving animal interactions. Our assumption is that customers will see our website and our ad and just decide to book our service. Our definition of success is that we will have more locations to provide our services to. We will have 10 customer signups each day, and we will continue to get more and more customers throughout the years.
Okay, looking into our market size, our TAM will be just under $4 million, coming in at $3.8 million, and this will be located in the Central Valley. Our SAM will be $1,247,000, and this will be in the San Joaquin and Sacramento Valley. And our sum will be $234,000, and this will be in the Fresno and Clovis area with a 7% conversion rate. Moving on to our cost structure, our startup cost will be $53,000, and this will be for the administrative costs, our development, such as our website, or anything really to market up our business, as well as our equipment for the dogs, such as kennels, leashes, anything to be comfortable, and the last being the marketing and grand opening. For our SG&A, it will be $133,000, and this will be for the salaries we will pay employees when it comes to our future facility, as well as the market fixes for our websites or any social media we have. Administrative costs, the materials we will be using when it comes to marketing, such as flyers, brochures, business cards, or even shirts in the future, as well as our sales and royals person. Moving on to our key metrics, we for sure want more service inquiries, as well as volunteer and employee utilization. We also want at least 10,000 followers on our social media page in the first year, as well as 30 bookings in each month to become the most profitable we can be in our business. For our profit in our first year, it will be $234,000. In our second year, it will be $250,000. In our third year, it will be $268,000.
So you may wonder why you want to book our service? Well, promoting the bond between animals and elderly enriches lives by reducing feelings of loneliness and enhancing emotional well-being, creating a nurturing environment where both can thrive. Together, let's champion the power of pets to enhance mental health and brighten the lives of our cherished elderly community. We are Golden Paws, companionship that shines. Thank you.
Most people, their TAM is America.
Mm-hmm.
And, I'm new to California-ish, so San Joaquin, Sacramento, Central Valley. Is that right? San Joaquin's a county, right? Sacramento's a county, Stockton's in San Joaquin County, so they're really kind of reaching up into the further points of the valley. Yeah, just nowhere, not really. And normally, that's a bigger. You're looking for a bigger group of people here, so so you're staying local. So they can't get to it because they're taking dogs out, I guess, right? So I guess that. All right, so I just wanted to have that make sense. But at first, I was thinking Central Valley, and those are in the Central Valley, but they're not. So, okay. Go back to the next slide. There we go. I think so. A lot of times. In the beginning, that's a lot for money. That's a lot for administrative costs and for salaries. Sometimes when you start businesses off, as a founder, you're just grinding it out and you're not really making a salary because you can sometimes be a part-time entrepreneur. So you really are probably going to want to make that marketing and equipment piece and development piece bigger. But again, I don't know the business well enough to know that you're going to have to pay people to handle pets and stuff like that. So that could be a whole thing all in itself, but normally that's just massive. 80%, that's pretty massive. That means you don't have enough left over to do a lot of other things with, and that you're going to need that money for because it's all paying people, but you're going to need other things. Even a room for equipment and housing, and where your office is going to be, and where you're going to store the pets. You're going to need way more money for that. So just think about what the salaries look like. When you look at this, salaries and administrative costs, who's being paid that? Who do you think is getting paid here? Can't hear you.
Us.
Oh, I got the map. Put the rest of my comments. Are you owning the dogs?
No.
You want to own the dogs?
Yes.
Do you want to train the dogs to be the right temperament, or like figure out if they're the right temperament to be?
Yes. So we have dog training implemented into our costs. So we will get the dogs and then we will take them through a training, and then after they're officially completed with the training, then we will start going out and taking them to different elder care facilities. So that way we make sure that they're trained before we take them everywhere else to risk liability issues.
And so I work for one of the largest conglomerates of retirement facilities in the nation. They're based out of Seattle, and I cover for maintenance contracts with one of my businesses from SAC to San Diego. I do know that there are parameters, rules, and things and ways and stuff like that. You'll have to navigate that to see. Once you get into a client's or a resident, they call them a resident of their community. Once you get into their room, you're fine. But in the common areas, like you just, if you're bringing dogs in all the time and they're okay with it, you're going to have to watch your insurance, your liability, those types of sorts. And I don't want to poo-poo this whole thing. This is beautiful, but just to make you aware, there might be what's called entry resistance to get into those places. Once you get going, and then if it causes a buzz where residents are talking about it, and then their families that are paying anywhere from $7,000 to $9,000 a month to have their loved one there, and they're loving it, and other people are saying, if you go there, they got these dogs that come in, and it's a beautiful thing. It can grow that way too. But I also would think, as far as having 5 people employed, how you're going to divide your responsibilities, or are you guys going to run the business aspect and have other people driving the van out there and taking the dogs to them? And some of the practices probably have to be worked out. The practice and how to get into these homes, because you might also consider people that actually live in the smaller homes. Like there's some homes that have 8 beds. There was a gentleman here that was one of the judges this morning. He has a large group of homes with beds. He's your mentor? Oh, okay. Oh, there we go. I just texted him. I'm all, hey, I wish you were here.
That's our mentor.
Okay, great. So this is yeah. Okay, well, good enough there. He's helping you. I'll talk to him if there's more I can get. Yeah.
Thank you.
I love the paws on the graph. Like when you guys are doing the graph, the paws, that was so cute. Color scheme, everything. I was some of the questions they had, some of the questions I have, but can you go back to and I hear you all, good job, you all were very nice and professional. Can you go back to, you said your customer segment is an activities planner at the senior facility, right? But then when you had where they get to choose the dog, okay, so they go to this slide where if I want to order a dog.
In the U.S.
So, and then the booking, so can you go to the next one? It showed an example of.
It's a video.
Oh, it's a video. Okay,
yeah.
So I'll just ask. So, okay, I'm glad you clarified, because my question was, I thought they were coming from. This is located at Fresno Animal Center.
Yes. Mm-hmm. So currently, that's where the dogs
are,
but we will be going to go pick out which animals we want to use for our business to get them trained and things like that.
So that's
where they are right now.
Okay, so that doesn't have anything okay, so that'll be different. You guys, so it won't really be located, you won't really need located at, because it's your home, right? So, does the person do the drop down, could that be I can do that for my mom, or my mom could actually do that. So it's more than just the activities director, the customer segment?
Our target demographic is the activities director, because we were trying to specifically go into the homes. Okay. So if we target the activity director, that's the person that is in charge of things like activities and people that come in and out. So that's why we did that as our target demographic. But this app is actually, or this website is actually available to all people. So originally we started out with it being for family members, if we were targeting family members, so that way they can go ahead and order our services for their people in the facility.
Okay.
But we also were like, okay, let's just target the people directly in the facility to just get a better.
So your customer segment is much bigger than
Yes.
just that. I mean, it's all connected to that community.
Yes.
But it doesn't have to. It's not that doesn't have to go through the director. Because I was under the. I originally thought, oh, he's got to order the dogs. And I don't know if you thought about this, but it's just made me think. My sister just adopted a cat. I won't tell you how many cats she has. But she adopted this cat because the owner had to go into a facility and couldn't own the cat. So I'm just wondering if, I know you have the dogs, but there's definitely a group of people that love their cats. So,
Yes.
And I thought, does your logo is that a
Yeah,
cat?
Yes, so it's a cat and a dog.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you.
We
Okay.
were going to start off with dogs and then expand to other animals
Okay.
possibly, but we wanted to start out with dogs because they're easier to train.
Yeah, okay. And then cats, you don't really have to train them, they just need to find a lap to
Yes.
cuddle in, right? So, okay, that was just a kind of a curious question that I had. And so I was wondering, thank you for bringing up your logo. I love the logo. It's very sweet. Very nice, everything all connected with the movement. So, all right, thank you. Those answer my questions.
So, first off, great presentation. Christine, you have a stage presence. And I said this before. You can definitely do sales. You're great at public speaking. Great job. Honestly, you're in the right position for this team. Great job. Go back to your service pricing. And I got a couple of things to ask about this. Is there a minimum and a maximum of hours and dogs that can be at a facility?
Currently, we're going to stick to 2 dogs at each facility, like at a time. That would be our maximum. So if we have like 2 dogs that are already going out, then that's what we will do. But in the future, we want to expand to have other employees so that way we can have multiple dogs out at a time and go to different places all at the same time.
So it's 2 dogs. And so what's the minimum hours?
Our minimum hours is 4 hours.
So you have to purchase 4 hours for 2 dogs.
Oh no, our minimum hours is 1 hour. Our maximum hours is 4 hours.
Oh, your max is 4 hours, because I don't know if that pricing justifies only 1 hour for 2 dogs. I think that's a little too low. I mean, you're not going to be making enough money for your expenses. So I have just a list of expenses already I wrote down. Training the dogs, housing the dogs, vet bills, food costs, insurance, travel costs, van rental or own. I mean, you have to. I just think your pricing is a little too low. If you can only have 1 hour, I don't think you're going to be making enough money to cover your expenses and also pay yourself. So I don't know. It's something to think about. Maybe we can talk about that after. I do want to look into other services that you can provide, not just that one service. Could you possibly add more service offerings? Have you thought about it? Well, that's a question.
Not yet. We haven't thought about it yet. That will be something that we can do.
Okay, and I've already, I think Josh asked, you're not barring the dogs you're going to be owning, correct?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I'm going to let other judges take over because I prefer to be Sean's time. Good job. Thank you. Go for it.
Thank you very much. I also thought it was a very strong start, and then you all complimented well. I actually had a question about this here. Do you think people care about what size the dog is?
Not necessarily breed, because also some people have like preferences. Like golden retrievers, like I honestly love them, so I would honestly want to push that too. And some people like the small like baby dogs, like the Chihuahua or the big fuzz. So it just depends on people's preferences.
So what I would think is, and you can answer this question already, but instead of charging by the size of the dog, maybe you just say, hey, if you have 1 dog for 4 hours, it's this price. If you get 2 dogs, kind of give them a discount when it's more often. Or, hey, if we come in once a week, that's when we do it. Or we come in twice a week. Kind of like, where you can kind of pin them down that this is something that we're doing, and it's that people can move forward to it. They know that it's part of the structure, right? It's like the bingo night, right? There's also, and who knows? Maybe there's some bigger facilities where they want 5, 6 dogs. I agree with you on the pricing, because I imagine that would include your pay when somebody's got to kind of watch the things, right? I really love this idea, and I love how you guys presented it, right? There's this problem of depression, and here's a solution to it. I think it's great. I have 2 dogs, and actually a person at work at an elderly home, they invited us to go over there and, bring your dogs and let people pay. So I do think there's a market for this.
Go to the screen if you could for the pricing for employees. You had one for admin and then the one that followed that for employees. The next one. Very good. All right. So yeah, great presentation. I liked it. You guys obviously own this service. I think it's beautiful. When it comes to like the market, getting it like service, like getting it to the consumer. I don't know who your mentor is. I assume he owns a business and has something like this. Is he the one that gave you guys those numbers, or did you guys work on that? He did not. Have you discussed those numbers with him?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know who he is. He's obviously respected in the room. You're not going to have one employee for under $80,000. I mean, the onboarding, a salary person's double minimum wage at the minimum, and so just me saying that out loud should be a realistic. You're going to have more than one employee that has to run the facilities that's at least picking up dog food all day, right? I mean, there's going to be a lot of moving parts. So I'll throw out some ideas for you to consider. And again, I don't want to disrespect your guys' current situation, your mentors. You guys are doing great for doing this. You're actually getting more than a dog, right? So it very well could say Golden Paws more than a dog. But you're also getting a person that's bringing the dog. And this person could be a college student. It's very part-time. It's most likely to be in the afternoon, after lunch, before dinner situation. It's be a perfect time for someone that's supposed to make $20 an hour and go pick up a dog and take them to a facility and then drop it off and go back to school. I mean, what a massive opportunity there for just finding people that just need to earn a couple extra bucks to go to school, right? Pay for the books, some money to have some fun. There could be some opportunity there, because unless the person's not staying with the dog. Is the person staying with the dog? Yeah, so you need to market that as well. I mean, that person's going to build a relationship with that elderly person as well, right? So there could be an extra catchphrase to that, or also some story of that. Those costs just don't add up. I'm just coming from experience. You could probably go into AI, like ChatGPT, and just ask it. It'll probably tell you what the costs are for how many people you guys need. I'm sure it's going to be triple that, depending upon how you structure it. The other thing is, and this is a unique proposition, is look at Tom's. Tom's is a company where if I buy a shoe, they give a shoe away. So you guys you have, I don't even know the amount of nonprofits. I mean, you can have, Alzheimer's. You guys can donate $1 to Alzheimer's. You can donate $1 to Save a Dog or Save a Cat. I don't know. There's 1,000 different nonprofits that are out there that you guys give back to. It could be something that you guys create your own foundation and you're giving, you're doing this globally. Really think big. Big is what's going to capture people's attention. That number could be $1 trillion, right? But thinking big, I think that's why thinking outside of California. Would you like to see this in New York? Why not? Florida would be a great market for you guys to hit. Who here would not want to go to Florida and work? I mean, come on, it's beautiful. Everyone goes there to retire, and it's the hottest place to be in the summertime because everyone leaves New York and goes there. Right? Or Arizona. Arizona would be a state that you guys should get. A lot of people move there to retire. So think of the retirement communities where you can have, you also have massive colleges that are there that you can leverage for employees. So I'm writing some of this down, and hopefully it'll help you guys.
A great presentation. You guys will take ownership of it. Good job.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm gonna jump back in. I think I have an idea that could maybe solve and unlock the income revenue stream. I've always had this problem with friends that get stuck with a mechanical issue on their car and they can't afford the mechanic. And there's no insurance out there that provides, mechanical. But if you could pay a mechanic, $50 a month and he just stored it up, so to speak, and he's ready, when your car breaks, then you'd be taken care of. My thought for you is make this possibly a subscription model, but you're going to need a software built to sort of a CRM maybe, client relationship management software. Put the customer profile in and sell a package of how many hours a year they can get. The bigger the package they buy, the more hours they get. And then you'll have, George Brown cracked the code on this. George Brown is what GB stands for at GB, 3 gyms. Way back in the day, he sold $30 memberships, and I think they still are about 30. We joke and call it the fat tax because once you pay for your membership, it's so little that you really don't want to cancel it if you're not going for a couple months because you've been busy, that you're going to come back to it. You can make a lot of money and support this thing by having the families of these people buy a subscription for $30 a month or $50 depending on a package, make a bronze and a gold and a platinum package, and have those sold. And then you just schedule them when you can schedule them when they call in and they know how many they get a year. And then you've got that money. You might have some that forget to call. Well, that's entrepreneurship. You make money off that. You have some that don't call in all of theirs. AAA sells a card for toes, and people buy that card, and you can get the premium, the premier, the basic, or the classic, or whatever. So you might not use all your toes, And so this model can work in that way, I think, and you guys would have more funds to operate with these costs that are being discovered by the other judges that are listening. I would think about that.
I think the centers would pay too. They may pay for a package or a bundle for their users to just use whenever they want.
They may.
Yeah.
One thing I know they'll do is if you had a place that in the future, if you had a ranch or a 2-acre property or something, you had this, they would send a bus out with the ones that want to go see your animals. And you could bring the animals out to visit with them there. I know they'll do that. And they like that more because they have less liability at their facility. The dog pooping, the dog peeing, the dog biting somebody. They'll send them out to you if you have a place. Right now, they look for activities. You guys showcase the guy. I don't know if you know him personally, that guy that's an activities director, but I know activities directors at these places. They're looking for things to do. And they have a bus and a driver, and they're like, where can we go? So that's something too. That would be amazing too, because that cuts down a lot on your. But anyway, the subscription model and maybe realizing that they can come to you, that's some stuff to think about. I see your nods. I know you're going to think about it. You're going to work on it. Yeah. Good.
Golden Paws, thank you.
Thank you.